morning. Good morning. Good to see you all. This is John Russell. John and I'm Paul Kallmeyer. We're going to lead this hike. We'd like it to be as much fun as possible for everyone. It's not one of those fun hikes. I mean, in that regard. It's a force mark. But for those of us who love this kind of a hike, we know all about this, so it's not a big deal. Okay? Right. But for the uninitiated, be prepared. John, is there it? Let me just say this, that part of the interest for me in the valley is that the town of Trumbull, I worked for the town for 30-some years. The town of Trumbull knew that Route 25 Expressway was coming in 1956. And in view of that, they bought this property. This is an old farm. And they bought it because the Route 25 was going to take a part of it. I mean, it may sound crazy to you, but that's how far thinking Trumbull is about its parkland. We have over 1,400 acres of parkland, not including the 400 acres in the valley. One of the highest per capita parks system in the state of Connecticut, if not the highest. So we bought this property, and part of it got cut off by the highway, and we got back 5 times the amount of parkland that was taken. Not only this 70 acres of parkland, but the entire 60 acres, which we're going to take you to in a couple of minutes. Next thing, lastly, when we acquired the next land, which is the first place we're going to go to, that's our compost facility. And I think you should see it. It's something that's a little unusual. Most people haven't walked through a compost facility. The town composts last year 6,800 cubic yards of leaves, down to about 2,000 cubic yards of soil. So you can see some environmental issues here that are not just about the trees, the fauna, and so forth. It's about we as human beings and how we have to live with our environment, make some recreation, do the leaf compost, things that are important also, and that's what we use some of the parkland for. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to be heading off to the compost site now.
It's a turtle. Oh, there was a turtle.
Yep.
What's in there? Turtle.
Turtle.
Ooh. Oh.
There's your first wildlife.
Your first wildlife, other than the birds. This is a box turtle, and I think they're on the concern list, in Connecticut. And this one looks like it might be a female because of the indentation here.
Yep. Wow, that's incredible.
No, excuse me, that's the male.
Was he just
The male has the, yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
The male has the indentation, and it's because of, like that. When they mate, so it feeds like that. So that's the indentation. So you can count the rings on the bottom and estimate the age. So you have one. This guy's about 20 years old.
And they live?
Yeah.
How long they live?
I don't know. 40 years. I don't really know. But yeah, but he just closes up that their biggest predator are cars and people bringing them home as pets. So but I mean, so typically they're just crossing from one environment to another environment, and so that's usually when a car gets them. But people grab them and bring them home as pets, and they're nice as pets, but then they get bored and they run away and they're in the wrong environment or whatever, and then they eventually die. So, but,
not salmonella.
not salmonella like the turtles that we used to have when we were kids. No. But I mean, so that's a box turtle. A painted turtle is flatter. All right, and a box turtle is more like a tortoise. He carries everything he needs up in here. Okay.
Okay. Our first wildlife.
All right.
Maybe you better put it on the ground.
Yeah, put it on the ground. It'd be a nicer picture.
Put it around and you take a picture.
Yeah, he's scared. He's done. Oh, he was crossing the street when we ran over.
Oh, so you saw it.
Yeah, no, I had him in my backpack and I just flipped him. the other one. Well, there's another red tail up there, and I think there's a third in the tree here. This is like, this is gray spot for it. This thing of, the mice, rats, either squirrels that come through here, or rabbits and everything. So this is prime area for them to be storing around.
100 cubic yards of leaves. Come here. If you want to, you can put your hand in the hole and feel how warm it is. It's still in the composting stage. It takes 10 months to really reduce it down to some better stuff, and then even better stuff over there. I'd go through the numbers, the finances for you, but just generally speaking, it costs $35 a ton to get rid of this stuff if you throw it away. A lot of communities just throw it away. Since we sell it and use it, the net savings to the town of Trumbull is around $50,000 a year, because we sell it, we use it, and we don't throw anything away. So there's an avoided cost plus a savings. Wood chips down at the end are there for a reason. They pile them up along the end so that they filter the water. These rows are in this direction so that everything drains out of them. These piles are at least 3 to 4 times this size when they're made. We have a horizontal egg beater that comes in and beats them up, and then a machine repiles them, and then they beat them up and repile it, and down it goes, and then eventually the piles get put together like those. You can see this is fresher leaves. That's been composted even more at the end. And they keep getting made to the same size pile, beat down, and so forth. So anyway, put your hand in there if you want to see how warm it is. It's pretty darn warm. It's not just the sun. I just dug out a foot of it. It's not this morning.
Whoa.
The rest of the stuff here is stuff that will be used or thrown away. But it's billings from the street when the town paves, second reuse for fill, and the rest is topsoil and other fill that the town uses. So this 7-acre site is really a money maker for the town, and it's pretty good. It's a good way to use 7 acres of parkland. We have over 70 acres here, so I think 10% is not unreasonable. And by the way, that cell tower on town property pays the town $100,000 a year.
Do the town residents come and take the?
Good question. Can town residents take it? I don't know what the town does today. When I was public works director, I'd keep a big pile of it down by the town garage, by the gas pumps, and people could come and take all they wanted. I presume they would do that if anybody asked. Maybe the desire went away, but if you ask, I can't imagine they wouldn't. They just want to get rid of it anyway. The gate's generally open during the day like it is now. There's a lot of nature. A police shooting range in Old Mine Park. You probably don't know that, but I'm talking about for 60, 70 years in what they call Phoebe's Meadow. That little meadow as you come over the footbridge, there was a shooting range in there. Well, people obviously got tired of that. And there's a lot of functions that we all need, but nobody wants in their backyard. I can't tell you the number of years they try to make the Public Works Department move off Churchill Road. It's like, the airport is here and then I move in, but I don't like it. It's that old adage, okay? Well, anyway, and the police went up to Monroe, and Monroe's range was pretty small. And finally, the town agreed to build a shooting range. So in here is one of the most modern rifle and pistol ranges you'll find in the region. It's over 100 yards long for sniper shooting. There's a pocket way in the back up that little ramp. And so there's all kinds of activity. Some people still don't like it. They hear too much noise. They're offended by it. The police department's trying to work on that, but they're not going to go away. They're going to limit the use, but it's essential. It's part of the world we're in, and training is important and all that. We don't want to maybe hear about it necessary, but there's our police shooting range, and it is used regionally.
For the Paul explained it. That road brings right down into the valley.
Free.